Hi, everybody. My name is Sharon with Crafty Sharon, and today I'm just going to show you how I made over this Dollar Tree little sign. It's originally said Home Sweet Home, but I decided I wanted to switch it up and make it a Christmas craft. So you could see early on there that I really worked to get the glue and to get the stickers off. I just uh, used my water and just worked and worked on it until I could scrape it all off. Now, and then I'm going to put on that napkin and I'm going to put a gnome on each end and then the Merry Christmas in the middle. I decided I wanted to paint it first, so I started off painting it with this white Waverly chalk paint. And then you will see at the end that I switched it to gray because I just felt like the gray was going to look better with the napkins and trying to blend the napkins. I attempted to put the painter's tape on the beads and in the end it didn't work, but you know what? I gave it a try. So again, I'm just painting these here, trying to cover up that board. And remember, that's just like a particle paper board. It's not real wood. And so sometimes it takes more, and I think it took me 2 or 3 coats to cover it the way I wanted it. And then you'll see here in a minute, I decided I wanted to cover the edges in red to match the red in the napkin. And that just ended up causing even more of a kind of a mess. And that is one reason I decided to paint them gray. So this whole project was kind of funny. And you'll see at the end what I did. So this is me putting the red on around the edges, and I thought that that would just look really nice. And it did. It really added a little bit to the look of this whole project. I took a fan brush here and was just trying to dry brush the red on. And you know, I have tried to dry brush red on more than one occasion and I just never like it. So that's one reason I went ahead and painted them gray. And in the end, the gray looked really nice. So here I'm taking the DIY, uh, oh, let me think of the name of it. It's DIY liquid patina and using that instead of Mod Podge. I had bought some of this for a project I did with the DIY and I thought I'd give it another try. And it's fine. I mean, I don't know, it's a lot thinner than Mod Podge. And I don't know that I necessarily like it better, but I do like it. So because I'm not doing the iron-on method here, I definitely have some wrinkles in this, but that's okay. Just kind of adds to it a little bit. So I just get those down and looking really nice. And then I really didn't like, I had cut those napkins just as close as I was comfortable cutting them. So you'll see here in a minute, I decide to try and do some dry brushing around those edges just to cover up some of the edges. So it doesn't look quite so much like a napkin. And I was probably a little bit heavy on the dry brushing. So, you know, every time you do a craft, you learn. I definitely learned some things on this one. And definitely will try something like this again. This was on sale. This wall hanging was on sale at Dollar Tree for $1 instead of $1.25. I really don't know what was wrong with it, but I grab it. I always look in their clearance section just to see if I can grab anything that I can make over. So here you see me. I'm just going to put some gray around the edges and try to camouflage the napkin a little bit. And I think it worked. I think it did definitely make it look a little less like a napkin. But it's decoupage, and you know, that's what we use a lot of times. So it's kind of what it looks like. So I'm just going around those edges and working on that. And then here in a minute, you'll see after I dry it that I do try to do a little white wash with it. And that I never whitewashed or did that with the fan brush. I see a lot of people doing that. I just happened to have a fan brush, so I went ahead and gave it a try. And did a little sanding there. Had a bubble, so I was just trying to cover that up. Paint can do a lot of things for you. Oh. And there's that fan brush that I'm, again, I had used that with the red and it didn't work either. And I just wiped it off with a baby wipe because I didn't want to take time to actually go in the house and clean it. So you'll see I'm a little heavy there. I try to clean it off a little bit, but in the end it ends up looking okay. But if I was to do it again, I'd be a little gentler with doing that. And I just used an acrylic gray paint, just so you know I did not use chalk paint, but it had that good base of chalk paint. Now I'm just kind of going around the edges, just trying to uh, smooth it out a little bit. And here I'm showing it to you. I cut some of that off, but if you look at this picture, you can tell that I put it all on upside down. So I had to go back and take each one of those little plaques off and redo it. No harm, no foul, but here's how it turned out. I really like it, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Take care.